What's up, people? It's me, Miss Melody, and I got another project. So, Amazon strikes again. I'm out here doing this back porch. The other side is so pretty. I'm going to show it. I'm going to actually show it maybe later on today when I get one more thing, this table set up. But I wanted to put a lot of plants out here, and I wanted to mix some fake plants with real plants. So I go on Amazon and I order these succulents, which I thought was fake. And you know what? Amazon will get you because you think you're getting a good deal on something, and you may get a dollhouse toy. I think I seen something on Facebook where this lady ordered this ottoman, this red leather ottoman, and she's like, oh, it looks like it matches perfect with her her living room furniture. And when she got it, it turned out to be like a little red leather ottoman for a kid's toy or something like that. So yeah, so I ordered these succulents, these right here, and it was like a box of 8 for like, I don't know, $12, because I'm putting a shelf on the wall that has little spaces for little things. So I want to put little fake succulents in there to make it look good, but they end up coming in the mailbox, y'all, in a box with cotton on top. I got 8 of these little bitty plants. I know nothing about succulents, so I went on YouTube as usual to figure out what is it that I need to do to not kill these plants. So this morning at 6 o'clock, after studying the University of YouTube, I found out that I needed special dirt, not the regular potting soil that I use with my other plants, but I need a special kind of dirt. And this one is great for succulents: cactus, palm, and citrus potting mix, fast draining formula. It told me I needed that, and it told me I needed special food, and all these rules to try to keep the succulents alive. And I don't know if I'm capable of doing it, but Miss Melody is always up for a challenge. So I decided, let me make a video, because there is someone out there interested in what it is that I do. I may be boring to some people, but to some people I'm not. So we're going to plant these succulents and try to create a piece. And I went out with this one lady I watched on YouTube. I wish I can remember her channel, but she said when you do succulents, you can put them in a short pot and you can build them and make it mound and make it a pretty arrangement. You can do that and you have beautiful plants. So I'm gonna try my hand at doing succulents. I did buy an aloe vera plant. Someone said they're good for bags, so I'm gonna be pinching off trying to get rid of these bags. But I'm accepting the fact that bags is going to be part of my life, because I will not get any kind of surgery, no kind of injections or anything to my face. Now, I don't have a problem with a little lipo, but I got a little problem with the lipo money, so I'm just going to have to be a little chunky. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not wearing gloves because I like to touch the feel of the dirt in my hands. I like the way it feels. And my nail tech, she always asks, what do you do with your hands? Everything. And I'm bad for not wearing gloves. Now when I go have I do try to wear gloves when I go have crab legs and stuff like that, but they usually end up coming off and I end up with my little pinky finger out doing all that. So let's plant these things. I got those little 8 from on Amazon that was sent to me in my mailbox in a box with cotton, but this is one that I bought from Lowe's today. It's purple, it's pretty. It looks like it's painted. I don't know if it's painted or not, but I think the color is pretty, so they know if it's going to kill. But I'm going to try and put this in the center and build the rest of them around. So I'm going to be quiet, listen to my meditation music, and I'm going to work on these plants. Y'all with me? Thank you. So according to YouTube, you got to fill it up with dirt and make little holes. And so I'm gonna try and put all 8 of them in this particular pot, maybe a little bit more. So we have another shooting, a 16-year-old girl in Ohio. Some girls came to her house to jump her. Her mom and dad, I don't know if they were there or not, but there were some adults there. So these girls come to her house and jump her. She calls the police. Instead of waiting on the police to come, she decided she's gonna go out there. She gonna fight, cause don't nobody come to my house. We da 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 da, and that's that's what happened. Okay. Now she's dead because she was defending herself. You know what? I grew up as one of those people. I was a fighter in school. Anybody know me, they'll tell you, I will fight. I will fight. I will fight. But at that time when I was coming up, this was in the 80s, it wasn't much, you know, people wasn't bringing knives and guns to fight. You fought. You fought. I mean, I got jumped one time, and I fought, and I won that fight. Because lucky for me, when they tried to jump me, I had a cousin and my brother was around, so I had other people that went into this fight. We get suspended, and, you know, came back to school, and life went on. But people stopped messing with me because they saw that this little red girl would fight, and I wasn't afraid to fight. And I'm still not afraid to fight, and I'm in my 50s. I just choose not to. Choose your battles. So now this girl has been killed. Unfortunately, it's bad that she got killed, but now Black Lives Matter is running around here like, oh, Black Lives Matter. Well, my opinion, and it's my opinion, and I don't care who agrees with me. That was a split-second decision. I watched the video just like everybody else, and he had to make a decision. Now they're making her out, she was a 16-year-old baby. That was a big old baby. That was Chucky? Giant Chucky? She's coming out there with it. You coming out there, all these girls trying to jump you with a knife. You stab one and the other one could have beat your butt. But as you can see, there were a lot of people around, a lot of adults. So there were people there that could have prevented this from happening. But no, they didn't. It's a mentality. Now she's dead. And people are like, Black Lives Matter. They do matter. And it should matter to each and every one of us. It's like, I mean, man. I don't even have a problem with people, you know, y'all want to fight, take them to a boxing ring and let them fight like that. You know, if the people have to fight, then go fight in the boxing ring. That's my opinion, and my opinion only. And she didn't. I remember it was last year, I got into it with this lady over something I didn't do, and I was really mad, and I wanted to beat her down. I'm an adult, and I looked at the situation that I was in, and I realized at this particular event, this Karen that did what she did to me, there were a lot of people there at this event, and those were her friends, not mine. So I analyzed the situation, and I opted to go home. Of course, the old Melody wanted to beat her down, but it really wasn't worth it. And even if I did beat her down and whoop her butt, I'm at a party with her and her friends. No matter what happened, my black behind would have been blamed for being like the angry mad black woman, even though this particular woman, and yes, she was a Karen, this particular woman, she violated, you know, disrespected, embarrassed me in front of all her friends. So I opted to come home. And that's because, you know, I'm smart enough to make a wise decision. Take your butt home, you don't need to be here. My son told me, do not go to a party with a bunch of people that don't look like you and alcohol, because yeah, that's what my son told me. And I went anyway. It will never happen again. But yeah, that particular incident, Black lives do matter. All the lives matter. That cop killed her, but he saved somebody else. And in that video, there was a grown man out there. They said it was a bunch of kids. In that video, there was an adult man kicking somebody in the head. Man, you should have been over there where your daughter was. You should have been over there where your daughter was when she had that knife getting ready to stab this girl in the neck. That's where you should have been, but instead you over there fighting with a little girl. I mean, hey, I'm just saying. But no, that's not the way it happened. So now everybody's mad, and people they're gonna want you to be mad with them. Well, I'm not gonna be mad with you. I can't be mad with you. That wasn't my fight. I hate that the situation happened, but it did happen, and now you got to live with the consequences. Getting out there and march, no, that's just one of them incidents, and people need to teach their kids. You're gonna go and you're gonna fight and you want to do this, and you jumping out there. And, you know, I think they said the girl who called the police is the one who got killed, because she said somebody was trying to stab her. But when the police get there, the girl who called said somebody else was trying to stab her. She was the one holding the knife. The chick that you said was trying to stab you, where was her knife? Or did you take the knife from her? We don't know the whole. I don't know the whole story to it. I'm just saddened that it had to happen. It happened. It didn't have to happen. I'm saddened by it because someone lost a life. All lives are valuable. Black lives, white lives, blue lives. Everybody's life is valuable, but no one really respects anyone anymore. And from looking at the video, They said the cop could have done this, the cop could have done that. Man, from looking at the video, like I said, I wasn't there. I'm just looking on the outside like everybody else. What could that cop have done? He come up there with his hands up and he's like, stop, stop, stop. What could he really have done? Tell me. I don't know. What could he have done? What would you expect him to do? Now, if my daughter was on the other end of that receiving of that knife, I would have expected him to do exactly what he did. Shoot her. Shoot her. And now they want to portray her out to be, oh my God, she was this and she was that. She was a baby. She didn't look like no baby. There's a whole lot of people running around there ain't looking like no baby. She wasn't acting like no baby. And what was the cop supposed to do? Hit her with a taser. That girl, I don't even think the taser would have reflected her because she was mad. Everybody out there was mad. And we know, when you know, well, I know, when you get mad, you ain't really trying to hear nothing from nobody. We all know that. That's just the way it is. You really ain't trying to hear anything. And that was, the results of it was death by weapon and from a cop. But if the other girl had shot her, would we be marching and protesting Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter to you? Does it really matter to you? It matters to Black Lives Matter to me. But you know what matters even more than Black Lives Matter? My black life. So but you know what? I'm old enough to know better. Then again, my son is old enough to know better. And he always knew better. He was a fighter too. But he chose his battles. And I don't, so I hate that happen. It's unfortunate. Here we go again. And, we waiting to see what they're going to do with the Chauvin case. The Floyd case. Now that right there, it was obvious and it was evident that, that was clear and cut. There no questions to be asked. He should have been in jail, and he should go in jail. He should stay in jail, and I think he should live amongst the people in the prison. I don't think he should be isolated and all this other stuff. So to see what they actually give this guy is left to be determined. We shall see. But yeah, y'all, I'm putting it together the best that I know how. I just, this is sad. This is really a sad time. Maybe I need to put some more. They say when you put them close together, they don't get very big. I don't think I want this to be very big. I really wish I had to, because I wasted all this dirt in this big old pot. Yeah. Y'all, do I look bad? Y'all see my eye is healing? Oh, I'm on my real camera now. It's been like a long time since I actually pulled my real camera. I've been doing little short videos with my iPhone. Oh, I got two of the things that look alike together. So, yeah. Ooh, this is really dry. I hope it survives. Is this painted? I hope this is not painted. Well, if it is painted, I'm breaking up the roots so the roots get, yeah, this needs some water big time. So we'll see, y'all. I'm excited about this room. Y'all hear my little meditation music in the background? Yeah. So I don't know what it's gonna be, but you see I put it in my pretty little pot. Oh, that's not deep enough to be covered. And so, look at the nails. Put it down in there, and we're gonna watch this grow too. The flowers outside, it snowed the other day. I brought my big flowers in, but it snowed the other day, and I brought the big flowers in and I left the other ones out because I have a pot that's like this big. I cannot move it, and I just looked at the flowers and like, I hope you survive this. Just know, mommy loves you. And if you survive. So I went out there today, and those flowers are looking really good. And I'm just waiting for summer to try my hand, because this gardening stuff is me trying my hand at something new. I haven't dug any holes, put anything in the ground. I would love to have a vegetable garden, but I don't have time to be fighting with with animals. So what I'm going to do, I am going to my mother's apartment. She lives on the 9th floor of her apartment. She gets lots of sun. So I think I'm going to go do a container garden with vegetables on my mama's porch. I mean, I'm going to plant everywhere. I'm not digging up the ground. Here at this house, this back porch is finally finished, and now we're working on the yard. And eventually that's going to get done. There's no hurry. But yeah, so this is my pot, y'all. Can you see it? That's pretty. Those are pretty colors. So let's see what they do. I'm going to water them and find them a place to sit. Tonight, I'm bringing the table in, and I'm going to put it in this room. And tonight I will do the video for my back porch because everything is done so far. Alrighty, I'm going to close this video. Hopefully, I'm loading this to YouTube. Hopefully, it's at least 10 minutes long because I'm trying to build my channel, just doing little things, little life things, happy stuff. No time for arguing or... I've never been that type of person. I'm not a good arguer. I say what I have to say and I keep it moving. I may be a little blunt sometimes, but I don't mean any harm. And then I can deal with people being blunt with me. Everyone they're entitled to their opinion. My opinion of that particular case is that it's unfortunate that it was justified. Because I probably would have responded the same way. But imagine if that was that other girl's mom there and she walks up on this chick and ready to stab her daughter and she had a gun. Would the mom been justified for shooting the girl that's trying to kill her daughter? They should have never went to that house to fight with her. You go to somebody's house to fight with them, like, wow. But the person they come to your house, you call the police. Instead of staying in the house and waiting on the police to get there, you want to go out there and defend your honor. And you end up dead. And so therefore your parents are suffering and other people are suffering, and now everybody's running into the streets because it was a cop that killed her. But if the other girl's mom had killed her, oh wait a minute, she should not whatever pulled a knife on my baby. I can't really know. I know if my son was in a battle, my son and I both would probably die together because I would fight with my baby to protect my baby at all costs. I would have done that. But if it had happened to my child and people come to his house to fight him, our house to fight my son, I would have called the police and let the police come and do what I have to do. I wouldn't allow him to go out there. I would have tried to stop him. But from what I gather, the dad was the man on the video kicking some little girl in the head. So they were out there fighting with their kid, which is something I know my mama would have did. I would have done it too, but I think I would have been over where my son was trying to protect him. I wouldn't have been in a totally different fight. Me and my child, I have a boy. Me and my child would have been fighting toward the same person. I wouldn't have left him unattended so other people could get him. We would have been in the same fight. We would have been fighting everybody, but I wouldn't have been over here and over there because at the end of the day, I would have thought my responsibility was to protect my child. So I wouldn't have been in a different fight. I would have been over there where she was. And maybe me and my son would have ended up dead. Well, we would have ended up dead together, but I wouldn't have been in a totally different fight. And so I hate that this happened. And I do believe Black Lives Matter, but I believe Black lives should matter to Black people. Till next time, Miss Melody's out. Deuces.